8 fights that built Manny Pacquiao's multi-division legacy. Manny Pacquiao made history by winning world titles in 8 weight classes, redefining what it means to dominate across divisions. Manny Pacquiao is the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 different weight divisions, a staggering achievement considering there are 17 official weight classes in boxing, which range from minimum flyweight, 105 pounds, to middleweight and beyond. The former senator started his career at just 106 pounds in 1995 and quickly climbed the ladder, winning his first world title as a flyweight in 1998 and eventually capturing a belt at 154 pounds in 2010. As Pacquiao prepares for his July 19 fight against current welterweight champion Mario Barrios, we revisited each of his title bouts, each fought in a different weight class, highlighting his rare talent to excel and dominate across boxing's full weight spectrum. Flyweight Pacquiao vs. Sasakal, 1998. For his first ever major world title, a 19-year-old Pacquiao knocked out Thailand's Chachai Sasakal, earning him the title of WBC flyweight champion. Pacquiao had barely even reached star status in the Philippines, but this fight was his breakthrough moment on the global stage. Sasakal, 8 years his senior and regarded as one of the best fighters in Thailand's combat sports history, dominated the early rounds of the match. But Pacquiao's relentless aggression wore him down, and in the 8th round he landed a thunderous left hand that knocked the Thai fighter out. Junior featherweight, Pacquiao vs. Ledwaba, 2001. Pacquiao's fight against South Africa's Lelo Ledwaba, who was then considered the top junior featherweight fighter of his time. Pacquiao entered the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas unknown and left as boxing's next rising star. Taking the fight on in just 2 weeks' notice, Pacquiao broke Ledwaba's nose early into the fight and dropped him by the 6th and final round. Featherweight, Pacquiao vs. Barrera, 2003. Pacquiao moved into a new weight class to take on Mexico's Marco Antonio Barrera, a multiple-time world champion. Despite being branded as the fight's underdog, Pacquiao overwhelmed Barrera with his speed, power, and relentless offense. He scored a knockdown in the 3rd round and continued to dominate the fight, leaving Barrera bloodied and frustrated. By the 11th round, Barrera's corner threw in the towel, becoming the first of many Mexican fighters to leave a ring with Pacquiao defeated, hence Pacquiao's nickname, the Mexicutioner. Junior lightweight, Pacquiao vs. Marquez, 2008. This may not have been Pacquiao's strongest fight, especially because he barely won the match with a split decision over his fight against Mexico's Juan Manuel Marquez, a multiple-time world champion in 4 separate weight classes. After 12 rounds of razor-close exchanges, Pacquiao's 3rd round knockdown of Marquez proved to be a deciding factor on the judges' scorecards. Lightweight, Pacquiao vs. Diaz, 2008. Pacquiao's fight with America's David Diaz was so violent, ESPN described it as a bloody, one-sided demolition of Diaz, a guy with a big heart but nowhere near the skills, speed, or power as Pacquiao. Pacquiao cut Diaz's nose in the 2nd round, gashed his eye in the 4th, and by the 9th round, Pacquiao's crushing left hand sent Diaz face first into the canvas. Junior welterweight, Pacquiao vs. Hatton, 2009. British boxing champion Ricky Hatton had been on a 2-fight winning streak before he entered the ring with Pacquiao. Pacquiao's fans are sure to remember the devastating knockout blow he gifted Hatton in the fight's 2nd round, knocking him out cold for the entire MGM Grand to see. Welterweight, Pacquiao vs. Cotto, 2009. In what ESPN claimed was the most impressive performance of Pacquiao's entire career, the boxer went up against Puerto Rico's Miguel Cotto, the first Puerto Rican boxer to win world titles in 4 weight classes. From the outset, Pacquiao imposed his speed and brutal punches, dropping Cotto with a right hand in the 3rd round and again in the 4th. Junior middleweight, Pacquiao vs. Margarito, 2010. In his historic 8th title win, Pacquiao faced Mexico's Antonio Margarito, despite giving up a 17-pound weight disadvantage to the much larger former welterweight champion. Undeterred by this size gap, Pacquiao inflicted serious damage, including a fractured orbital bone that required Margarito to undergo surgery. After 12 one-sided rounds, Pacquiao won by unanimous decision.